Welcome to tonight's recap of The Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh, it's the first episode. There are 14 C and D-list celebrities to choose from.
And before the end of the season, 13 asses will be fired. Not people.
Asses.
13 asses.
All right,
as Donald says.
The full list of celebutants are going to be in the sidebar, so check it out if you need to.
So they started out by meeting in Grand Central Terminal. And we find out, as usual, it's men versus women.
Sharon Osbourne's a bitch.
We already knew that.
I like her.
I like her sometimes.
I like her most of the time.
For this first challenge, the women get to pick the men's project manager, and the men pick the women's.
All right, so the men choose Cyndi Lauper because she's freaking weird. And that's going to piss off some of the ladies and cause a little dissension in the ranks in the women's team, they hope.
And the women chose Bret Michaels for the men's team because he's a man whore, and he self-admittedly only got 1 hour of sleep the night before.
That was stupid to be blurting that out. Duh.
I just got back from Mexico.
My show. All right, so the ladies picked Tenacity for their team name, and the men
picked Rock Solid after deciding Rock Hard was probably going to be taken the wrong way.
I agree. All right, so they're in the boardroom with Trump, Donnie Jr., and Ivanka, and they find out they're going to be running a diner.
That includes making menus, cooking, and serving.
Whoever takes in the most money, as usual, tips included, wins.
Yep.
So there's 2 locations, 53rd in Madison and 67th in Lexington. And they don't have any trouble agreeing on who wants what location. The ladies end up with 67th in Lexington because Cyndi Lauper is a New Yorker and she knows that that's a good spot.
Well, Darryl Strawberry was like, no, we want 53rd in Madison.
Well, Trumpy agreed with Lauper that the best location was 67th in Lexington.
Well, the diners were open from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., so they only had 3 hours to bring in as much money as possible.
And the men have Curtis Stone, which is
He's my favorite.
Advantage. Take-home chef. I wish I could take him home, but he never comes around here.
Every day after school.
Yes. Well, her
Curtis
school,
Stone.
not mine. All right, so the men's team, Bret's going to be awake for the next 25 freaking days if that's what it takes.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to come to that. I think
you're going to be allowed to sleep in between.
Yeah, so
at some point.
They're not going to concentrate on scrub customers. They want the ones who they call up and are going to be giving them some big bucks.
They figure they need to be keeping the tables open.
Right. They want Richie Riches in there, not Poory Poors.
Yeah, so Sharon wants to be in charge for the women.
Because Cyndi can't do squat on that team.
She's like super creative, but not really
business-minded at all.
Business stuff.
She's not giving jobs to anybody, and she's really sucking it up as a PM, and they only want to charge $20 for like a dinner or a lunch, actually. And the men want to charge $250 because all Curtis Stone wants to do is get his hands on some truffles.
And he made it known. He would not be quiet about the truffles.
He's practically running the show. Bret Michaels isn't doing anything because he doesn't know anything about restaurants.
Yeah, so the women were trying to get their crap together. Sharon commandeered a paparazzi.
That was pretty cool, actually, the way she... You, come over here.
Take some pictures for the flyer, which were really weird.
And Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper's like,
I look fat.
It's so weird.
I don't like that one.
Why would that be a flyer picture for a diner?
It would be if you're Cyndi Lauper.
Okay.
Well, Holly Robinson Peete, she's pretty confident.
They were talking about the menu,
that's right.
too.
How can I forget that?
And Cyndi was like, we're going to make a burger with strawberries.
No French fries, just strawberries, because I guess that's healthy, and they're red.
Yeah, everyone else kind of overruled.
They want French fries.
They wanted French fries on the side, and
yeah, that's just
I don't know where to go from there.
Well, I'm gonna go to Holly Robinson Peete. She's got a kid with autism, and she's pretty experienced at helping raise funds for her charity. So she's pretty much taking over the calling up of people and calling in favors and all that. Mm-hmm. Both teams had to make everything from scratch, which I was a little surprised at. They actually had Yeah, they had to make the chopped meat, and they had to make, like, the french fries out of real potatoes and everything. Don't most diners, like, get those in a bag? You would think.
I don't know.
Isn't that what Sam's Club is for? The ladies were pretty smart. They did some radio promos.
On Z100.
Yeah, the guys made some signs. The ladies had those too.
And
flyers.
Blagojevich, he's just happy to be there.
Yeah.
I think Trump said at least like 5 times, like, oh, well, he's really got some guts being on the show right now.
Yeah, I guess. Carol Leifer, she's like a carnival barker. They threw her out in front of the restaurant to try and get, like, people to come into the restaurant. And I think she was pretty successful because they had a line around the block. Mm-hmm. And then the show took a weird turn. An accordion guy showed up that was friends with Cyndi Lauper, and she started singing True Colors.
I see your true.
It brought me back to the high school chorus concert.
No, it was middle school.
Middle school.
We sang some weird stuff for middle school chorus.
I think everybody sang that song for the middle school chorus concert. Well, we also
sang Cats in the Cradle.
Didn't you also sing some dirty Phantom of the Opera song,
Music
too?
of the Night.
Yeah, okay. The best part was when Sharon had her little quote for the show.
She was like, it's like the effing Star Wars bar in here.
It was.
Sorry, I didn't do my Sharon Osbourne voice. Minnie.
Yeah. Okay. Sinbad was out front for the men, and he was like, oh, yo, it's not cheap. Come on in, but it's not cheap. And, like, people couldn't afford it because it was really expensive. It was like $100, $200, and $300.
Hey, at least he was being honest. But you know who did stop by? Al Roker.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I don't know how much he ate, though, with his gastric bypass and all.
I think he went for the turkey sandwich.
Yeah. All right, so when Donnie J came to check out what was going on at the operations, Cyndi was too busy to talk to him because it was crazy. She just came up as crazy.
I don't think she knew what was going on.
I don't think so either. I think she was heavily medicated. And Holly Robinson Peete had a brain and got Carol inside to help out because obviously there was enough people waiting to get in, but not enough people working
inside.
Right, so I got to give her props for that. She was like, why didn't you just come in on your own? Because she's outside. She doesn't know what's going on inside.
Yeah, I wasn't really feeling Holly's attitude this episode.
So, like we said, the guys worked on the donors more than the scrubs off the street. Mm-hmm. And Don Sr. calls up Joan Rivers and is like, honey, I want you to come and check out something for me.
Identity issues there.
I am. I'm like doing like 12 accents in my head all at once here.
So basically, Trump was like, all right, I'm sending you into both diners. Tell me which one's better. The winner gets $10,000 added to their total.
So when she goes to the men's diner and encounters Blago, the Muppet head, he's like, I'm innocent. And she's all like, a jury of 12 angry men will decide that. Okay.
All right.
So I guess he paid her back with some cold food, which she was not too happy about.
He was too busy flirting with the public.
And apparently Bret Michaels was too busy too because he was having a sugar low and he needed someone to make him a soda.
I don't think that's how they make it.
Open a freaking can, man. All right, so it's time for the boardroom. Cyndi didn't realize that Joan was there on Trump's account. And
she was like, but we got Joan Rivers to come in.
Yeah.
So did the men.
Yeah. All right, so Joan actually chose the women's team to get the $10,000 prize.
She said there was better service.
Because Blago was a criminal. That's really what it was all about. All right, so the women ended up making $29,000 or $29,500 plus the bonus $10,000 for a total of $39,500.
Well, it didn't matter in the end because the men made $57,000.
I knew that was going to happen. Cyndi Lauper was just off the wall.
She doesn't have rich friends.
Right. So
except for, we'll get there. Yeah. So Trump decided to donate an even $100,000 to the American Diabetes Association.
Good job. Thank you. All right, so
Cyndi, let's get back to this. Cyndi, her only rich friend, she says...
Her really rich friend.
...is Rosie O'Donnell. Now, if you don't remember, Rosie and Donald Trump are not very close.
Feud. Very public feud.
So when she said, I was going to call her, but you don't really get along with her, so it would have been awkward, he was like, she's disgusting!
That was horrible. And Cyndi was all like...
And then he was like, she was at my wedding. And I was like...
I don't know who invited her.
I don't understand how that correlated
Somebody invited her.
Her being disgusting or anything.
It was just a freaking train wreck. And now when Rosie watches this back, what is Cyndi going to say? They edited the part where I defended you, Rosie.
Yeah.
Because she totally didn't. She was just like, yeah, whatever, Donald. All right, so Sharon, why didn't you call Piers Morgan? Or Simon, your little English friends. What was the deal with that? She didn't have an answer for that. I guess because they were out of town. Or maybe they couldn't just hop on the Concorde in 3 hours and, get the check over there.
Yeah.
And then Holly, WTF did you do tip-wise? Even though she was the greatest tip earner, she left a lot of money on the outside because they were just too damn busy selling $20 hamburgers. They tried to throw Carol under the bus immediately. Everyone did, including Trump, who wasn't even there. And, then they tried to say, well, Cyndi, you made it too cheap. And she was like, but there's starving artists out there. All right, so who would you fire? He went up and down the line like 5 times. No one would answer. It was crazy. And he finally got so pissed. He was like, answer the goddamn effing question. And everybody was like... So like they never heard that before?
Yeah. Then they were like, Carol.
No, they were like, Carol or Cyndi, but make it Carol.
Yeah.
I can't believe they fired Carol. I cannot believe it. Because Cyndi Lauper is working on 3 brain cells. Seriously.
She's a bigger name, though.
Yeah, exactly. Cyndi brought back no one to the boardroom. It was just like, I can't do it. I can't fire
Trump
anyone.
Was just like, he was done.
Yeah, I'm surprised he just didn't get rid of her. But Carol Leifer, I got to give her some props. She got $10,000 out of Trumpy for North Shore Animal League. Go, pets!
Yes.
All right, so till the circus next week. Much love.